For more than 40 years, I have studied and operated on the human brain. After thousands of hours inside operating rooms and research laboratories, I have learned something about aging that still shocks many people. Something unusual happens when the human body reaches the age of 80. Your body doesn't simply grow older, it changes its operating system. Deep inside your biology, a silent switch flips. Almost overnight, your body begins following a different set of rules. Rules that most people were never told about. Even many doctors rarely explain them. But here is the fascinating part. This transformation doesn't happen to a few people. It happens to almost everyone who lives long enough to reach their 80s. Recent research published in The Lancet Healthy Longevity suggests that once we cross this age, several major systems in the body pass what scientists call biological thresholds. Your muscles behave differently. Your brain processes information differently. Your senses change. Even your sleep clock begins to reset itself. But this isn't simply the body breaking down. In many ways, your body is changing strategy. Instead of prioritizing speed, strength, and performance, your body begins focusing on something more important. Survival. It's a quiet reorganization happening inside nearly every organ, and most people don't even realize it's happening. In today's video, I'm going to reveal 5 surprising biological changes that often happen once a person turns 80. Some of these changes protect you. Others can increase the risk of fatigue, frailty, or forgetfulness. But stay with me until the end. Because number 3 involves the brain, and what happens there could influence how well you sleep and even how long you live. All scientific references mentioned in this video are listed in the description, so you can explore them yourself. But before we continue, if you enjoy learning about healthy aging, longevity, and wellness for seniors, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel, 60 Plus Wisdom and Wellness Hub. This channel is dedicated to helping adults over 60 stay informed, strong, and independent. Now let's begin with number 5, the first sign that the body has entered what scientists call the late adaptation stage of aging. And surprisingly, it starts with your tongue. Number 5, your taste buds begin to disappear. After the age of 80, many people notice something strange about food. It doesn't taste the same anymore. Meals that once felt delicious suddenly seem bland. Favorite recipes lose their magic. This isn't imagination, it's biology. By the time many people reach 80 years old, they may have lost up to 60 or even 70% of their taste buds. Taste buds are tiny sensory organs responsible for detecting sweetness, saltiness, bitterness, sourness, and savory flavors. Normally they regenerate every 10 days, but as we age, that regeneration slows down dramatically, and when fewer taste buds remain, the brain receives weaker flavor signals. But here's the part most people don't realize. Taste buds aren't just about enjoyment, they are also part of your safety system. They help detect spoiled food, excessive salt, or bitter toxins. When those sensors weaken, people often begin adding more salt or sugar to their meals without realizing it. Over time, this can quietly raise blood pressure or increase blood sugar levels. There's another factor as well. Nearly 80% of flavor actually comes from smell, and smell tends to decline sharply after the age of 70. By 80, nearly half of adults experience some level of smell loss. Without smell, flavor fades. Food becomes less appealing. Many seniors begin eating less, sometimes leading to poor nutrition. So if someone says, "Food just doesn't taste like it used to," they're not imagining things. Their sensory system is adapting. Number 4, your skin slows down. Its ability to heal. By the age of 80, your skin undergoes a transformation that goes far beyond wrinkles. The deeper change is that your skin begins losing its ability to repair itself quickly. Scientists studying aging have discovered that certain repair cells in the skin become less coordinated over time. When you were younger, a cut or scratch would trigger an immediate repair response. Fibroblast cells would rush to the area and rebuild damaged tissue. But in very old age, those cells react more slowly. Healing takes longer. Collagen production decreases. And because skin becomes thinner with age, injuries may appear more easily. Blood circulation in the skin also declines, which means fewer nutrients and oxygen reach the area that needs repair. Some scientists believe this change is related to something called epigenetic drift. Over decades, the genetic instructions that guide our cells slowly become less precise. The cells still work, but the instructions they follow are no longer perfectly clear. Think of it like reading an old instruction manual where the pages have faded. The system still works, just not as smoothly. Before we move to number 3, I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these changes in yourself or someone you love? Tell us in the comments below. And if you're finding this information helpful, please support the channel by liking the video and subscribing to 60 Plus Wisdom and Wellness Hub. Your support helps us continue creating educational videos like this for seniors around the world. Now let's continue, because the next change happens deep inside the brain. Number 3, your brain begins rerouting itself. By the time someone reaches their 80s, the brain has experienced decades of activity and wear. Some neurons have naturally declined, some communication pathways have weakened. But the brain does something extraordinary. Instead of shutting down, it reroutes itself. Scientists call this process compensatory neuroplasticity. When certain neural pathways weaken, the brain builds new connections to bypass them. Signals are rerouted through alternate pathways. This allows many older adults to continue thinking, reasoning, and remembering. But the new routes are not always as fast. Information may take longer to travel. You may walk into a room and forget why you went there, then suddenly remember a few seconds later. This isn't always dementia. Often, it's simply the brain taking a longer route to retrieve information. Interestingly, emotional memories often remain extremely strong. Many people over 80 can vividly remember events from decades ago. The smell of their childhood home, the day they met their spouse, or a song from their youth. The brain is reorganizing what it values most: emotion, connection, meaning. In many ways, it becomes more selective. Number 2, your muscles begin to shrink. Deep beneath the skin, another important change takes place. Your muscles gradually begin to shrink.
This process is known as sarcopenia. By the time people reach their 80s, nearly half experience noticeable muscle loss, even those who remain active.
Each year, a small percentage of muscle mass disappears. Hormones that once helped maintain muscle strength begin to decline, and the body becomes less efficient at rebuilding muscle tissue. Over time, muscles become smaller and weaker. Balance may feel less stable. Movement may feel slower. But here is the encouraging part. Muscle tissue remains surprisingly adaptable even in older age. Simple activities like walking, gentle strength training, and adequate protein intake can slow muscle loss significantly. The body still responds to movement, even at 80. Number 1, your internal sleep clock begins to shift. Finally, we reach the change many seniors notice every night: sleep. After the age of 80, the body's internal clock can begin to drift. This biological clock is controlled by a small area of the brain that responds to light signals from the eyes. But as the eyes age, they transmit less light information to the brain. As a result, the internal clock becomes less precise. Many people begin falling asleep earlier. They may wake up during the early morning hours, or feel sleepy during the day. This pattern is called advanced sleep phase syndrome, and it is extremely common in older adults. Sleep is more important than many people realize. During deep sleep, the brain activates a cleaning system that removes waste proteins and toxins. If sleep becomes fragmented, that cleaning process becomes less efficient. But there is good news. Exposure to morning sunlight, regular physical activity, and consistent meal times can help stabilize the body's sleep rhythm. So those are the 5 major biological changes that often happen once the body reaches 80. Taste fades, skin heals more slowly, the brain reroutes its connections, muscles gradually shrink, and the body's sleep clock begins to shift. But here is the most important thing to remember. These changes do not mean the body is failing. They mean the body is adapting. Even after 8 decades, the human body continues adjusting and finding ways to survive. Aging is not just decline, it is also resilience. Your body may move differently, but it is still fighting for you every single day. Now I would love to hear from you. Which of these 5 changes have you noticed the most? Or which one surprised you the most today? Share your experience in the comments. We read every story here at 60 Plus Wisdom and Wellness Hub. If this video helped you understand aging in a new way, please like this video, share it with a friend or family member over 60, and subscribe to 60 Plus Wisdom and Wellness Hub, because growing older doesn't mean the story is over. It simply means the body is turning the page to a new chapter. And together, we can learn how to live that chapter with strength, wisdom, and wellness. Thank you for watching.